If there's something you have to keep in mind whenever you're coming to my channel, is that you have to try something entirely different yet yummy in your kitchen. So on our today's menu, we have Asun pasta. So join me, let's make this together. Okay, so in your dry saucepan or your pot, add your oil. For this recipe, I made use of olive oil, but honestly, you can use any oil of your choice. Okay, I have this marinated beef that already, shredded. I sliced it up and, marinated it with some secret herbs and onions. Okay, I blended everything together, marinated it inside the freezer. So I forgot to bring this out earlier, hence the reason it's frozen. I had to even cut it and put it on fire. But honestly, the best, means to go is to bring it out earlier on, allow everything to defrost, and go ahead and cook. That way it can cut your time in the kitchen. But honestly, I entirely forgot to bring this out of the freezer, hence I'm defrosting it on fire. So while I was doing this, I tried to reduce my heat to ensure that it's not so hot, so that everything won't get burnt at a time, you understand. So I just took my time, allowed it to defrost. While I'm doing that, I kept stirring it up so that one side wouldn't get burnt and the other part not cooked. Okay, so this is basically goat meat that I bought. I sliced it up, I seasoned it, and then marinated it in my freezer. This has been in my freezer for over a week, so you can imagine the kind of flavors that this my goat meat has. Anyways, it's time to introduce our onions. If you notice, you can see how I cut up my onions. That's because we're trying to make asun here, so you want to make the onions very visible. Some people cut theirs in cubes, but honestly I prefer it when it's sliced up like this. So either way, just try and make your onions very visible and bold. Remember, we're trying to make asun here. Okay, so the reason I introduced the onions now is because I don't want the oil to get burnt, or the sauce basically to get burnt. Okay, so I try to introduce something else so that the whole focus will be on just the meat. I don't know how to explain better, but it reduced the heat on the meat and just gave it time to just split up together. Okay, so when everything separated well, it was time to introduce my tatashe. Remember my trick with tatashe? I want to have that very reddish, looking sauce, making it look as if it's very hot, but honestly, it's as good as having your regular, food, because tatashe is not as hot as the regular scotch bonnet. Now tatashe is paprika. Okay, so I added a lot so that it will make it look as if it's very hot, but honestly this food wasn't even hot at all. Okay, that's my trick, and I like to mention that whenever it is I'm making this my food, so that you understand how I achieved that very reddish looking food that looks like, oh, it's going to be very hot, while it's not even hot at all. Okay. So when I added it, I just stirred it up together. I allowed this to cook through, just fry, and I ensured that everything just fry up together. So you want to allow your tatashi to be on the fire for a while so that everything can cook through. I just added my salt and just one seasoning cube. Afterwards, I just stirred this all up together and ensured that everything incorporated together. I added a little water, of course, to loosen it up because I still wanted the meat to cook through. Since it was frozen, I didn't want to have half cooked meat, so I had to still allow some water to get in there, and also loosen the sauce basically before I introduce my pasta. Okay, so I stirred. I realized that some of the meat wasn't properly cooked, so I still had to add a little water again. Okay, just to ensure everything cooked through, because I didn't want a situation whereby I'm eating my pasta rather, and then the meat is kind of not properly cooked. So that's why I had to give it more time to ensure that everything mix up properly. So if at this point you haven't subscribed to my channel, I really don't know why. I was thinking we are all G's on this channel, and by now you should have subscribed to my channel. Please kindly subscribe, okay? And also share this video. Let others enjoy the stuff that we are enjoying. Imagine someone making this asun pasta for the love of her life. You just can imagine what the outcome is going to be. So please kindly share our video so that other people can watch and enjoy as well. Okay, at this point it's time to introduce my pasta. Please note that this pasta is fully cooked already. In fact, this is a leftover pasta that I had with stew and it was remaining, so I had to use it to make this Asun pasta. So that way there is no pasta water to add to this, hence the reason I'm adding regular water. But if you have your pasta water, you can add it at this point. Even though, in all honesty, I usually don't like to add that pasta water because I feel like it's so much starch, and we are trying to go down on all those, too much starch intake and all. My thoughts anyways. You can add if you want to, but most times I don't even add, even when I have it. Okay, but I just thought I should make mention of the fact that I did not add, pasta water. What I add was regular water, just because this pasta is not freshly made. It was made the evening before, and this is a morning that I'm making this. Okay, I mean, that's too much information, but yeah, you get what I'm trying to say. So at this point, if you also haven't subscribed to my channel, I don't know why you're doing this. Subscription is free. Please subscribe to my channel. This is the only way you can encourage me to make more interesting videos for you. As much as I enjoy making these videos, those subscription or seeing my subscription, my subscribers growing, will inspire me to make more, knowing that some people are interested in the kind of content I create and they will want to see more. So please kindly encourage me. Okay, subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell as well. That way, once I post on here, you get notified. Also, drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know that you stopped by. All right, so at this point you can see that after stirring this pasta, it looks like something you can't share with anybody. Like, you'll be too selfish to share it with anybody. Okay, that sounds funny, but you get what I mean. Like, it looks so yummy, and just sumptuous. This is the kind of pasta you want to have. After stirring it, I felt like it was too dry, so I added a little water just to loosen up the pasta. Okay, so when I added the water, I stirred it up and ensured that everything, incorporates together. And this is how we ended up with this very yummy Asun pasta. At some point, I had to even get a close-up picture or video rather of this so that you can understand what I mean by yummy pasta. Just look at what we're having. This Asun pasta hits differently. In fact, I didn't even have to share this food with anybody. This was my reward for hard work. So yeah, I hope you try this out and let me know what you think. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Bye.